Hey y'all, I'm back and I'm angry. I'm just real frustrated about Harry Potter. So we're gonna just dive right in because the last video was real long. So we're on Harry Potter 3, Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay, starting I wrote notes because girl, my brain was just ugh. Number 1. He needs a permission slip to go to Hogsmeade. Okay, do you remember when he was starting Hogwarts and his legal guardians did not want him to go and expressly stated that and refused to let him go, and y'all kidnapped him? Do you remember that? But now you need their permission to send him on a field trip, but you didn't have their permission to bring him to the school in the first place, but he needs permission to go on a field trip? The whole thing about underage magic. He blows up his aunt on accident. He just inflates her like a balloon. Okay, well, the whole point of them going to Hogwarts is to learn how to control their magic. The fact that he's still in school means that he has not learned that power yet. And he didn't use a wand. He just had an emotional, as, teenagers do, he had an emotional reaction to, his family being verbally abusive. Rightfully so. Okay, you can react angrily to that. That's fucked up. And I'm hot because I'm so mad. He, without even using his wand, without having any control over what was happening, he accidentally blew up his aunt. And that's not the first time that he's used magic, on accident without a wand. When he let the snake loose in the first book, at the zoo, he removed the glass so the snake could come out. He didn't use the wand for that. He just did magic. Nobody thought to, go check on that. They were just like, oh, well, he's not in school yet, and so he can just do underage magic in front of a bunch of muggles. Who cares, right? No one's even gonna go respond to that incident. So that's not the first time he's done an accidental, oops, I did some magic. And that's not uncommon for the other kids too. They all have their own stories of yeah, the first time I did magic also wasn't with a wand. So how are you gonna, my point is that how are you gonna punish somebody for not being able to control their magic when the whole point of sending them to school and they're an underage wizard and they don't understand how to control their magic yet, that's the whole point that they're going to school, is so they can learn to control it. But they can't control, you're holding people accountable for being able to control their magic and they're not old enough yet. And you state that they're not old enough, they're underage, they're not old enough to control their magic, so why are you expecting them to control their magic? Hermione is taking all these classes and doing all her homework, and Harry and Ron can barely scrape by doing their homework, doing the bare minimum of oh, we have an essay. Harry Potter, you just found out you are part of a magical world, and you get to learn how to do magic. Stop complaining, do your homework. Go read a book. I would be Hermione, and I think most of us who are Muggle-born and really would love to be part of the Harry Potter universe, if we were 11 and we found out that, hey, by the way, magic is real and you can go learn how to do it, and you just take your wand and you can do literally infinity things, anything that your mind can imagine. You just have to learn it and then your wand will do it. This is a marker for this whiteboard, so it can't do anything. But why, Harry? I mean, Ron, I guess I kind of understand it because he was brought up in the wizarding world. It's not magical to him, but Harry, come on. You've been dreaming of this, of something to bring you out of the drudgery of the child abuse that you were grown up in, and now you're here and you don't even want to do your homework. Don't you want to learn magic? And the whole thing of giving Hermione a time turner, that's been brought up so many times, so I'm just gonna mention it as yes, I'm mad about that. Lupin going to, I know it was kind of a hectic night, and he saw, Peter Pettigrew's name on the Marauders map, and he was like, whoa, what the heck is happening? However, he has been a werewolf since he was 5 years old, I think. I gotta reread the that specific, I think 5 years old was when he was bitten. He was 5 years old. He was a child when he was bitten, okay? And so he has lived his entire adult life. He's, I guess, in his 40s now. I'm assuming based on kind of the timeline there, late 30s, early 40s. And this happens every single month. This is the equivalent, him forgetting to take his, not moonshine, what is it? Moonshine potion. What is it? Freaking wolfsbane. Him forgetting to take the wolfsbane potion on the night of his transformation is the same as, like, a girl forgetting that she's gonna have her period. Like, it just does not friggin' happen. Like, especially if you're a girl who's been having her period for 40 years. You know, you didn't just, start last month and now you're like, oh wow, right, I forgot that this is a thing because it just started last month. Like, no, you have been transforming into a werewolf every single month your entire life. You probably don't even remember a time before you were a werewolf because you were so young. Every single month your entire life you have been turning into a werewolf, and you just conveniently forget to take your potion? No. And it's worse than like the comparison of, a woman being on her period. Because if a woman forgets that she's on her period, oh, well, she just has a little spotting, a little leakage on her pants, and she just has to change her pants. You turn into a werewolf who can kill people and also can turn other people into werewolves. So what? No! You cannot just forget. And it's that problem, it's his fault that all of the rest of the events kind of happen, because him turning into a werewolf distracts everyone from Peter Pettigrew getting away, because everyone's fucking running for their lives, fighting this werewolf. Sirius has to turn into the dog to fight the werewolf, and then Snape's unconscious over here, and then you got the 13-year-old kids, one of them with a broken leg. Like, it's just chaos and madness because Lupin forgot that he was a werewolf. And then the whole, like, they just watch it happen. Like, no. Harry and Hermione, when they go back with the time turner, but then they just, like, watch it happen. They're like, no, we can't do anything about it. We can't be seen. Bitch, be seen. It's okay. You're like, Hermione already knows about it, and I'm gonna guess, like, the teachers kind of are aware that Hermione has a time turner. So, Snape and Lupin Snape's kind of unconscious at this point, but Lupin would know what's going on, why there are two Hermiones. Ron and Harry would, again, they don't do their friggin' homework, so they wouldn't even be able to hurt Hermione or do anything about it if they wanted to, because they don't know how to do magic, because you get to year 6 and they're just still doing Expelliarmus. The one spell Harry learned in school. Expelliarmus. That's it. That's all he learned. I don't know if you can see, like, the veins in my neck of, like, how, like, angry I am about this. And, okay, the fact that they let Peter Pettigrew escape, like, it's bad already, but it's even worse when you consider that same day, a few hours ago, literally just a few hours ago, Harry heard Professor Trelawney's prediction. He heard her actually, like, make a real live prediction about the servant returning to the master and the Dark Lord rising more powerful than ever. And Harry, you just heard that a few hours ago. And you're kind of like, connected to the Dark Lord, as in he murdered your family and is just actively trying to kill you. You're just gonna forget that piece of information, and when you are, you're the Harry that went back in time, and you know that Pettigrew is gonna try to get away, and you know that Pettigrew is the servant of the Dark Lord, and you know that Professor Trelawney just made this prediction that tonight the servant will escape and return to the Dark Lord, and the Dark Lord will be more popular. And you just sit there. You know this is all gonna happen, and you just sit there. And she makes it seem like it just didn't occur to Harry that those were related somehow. Like, Harry is probably the stupidest, like, main character in any book series that I've ever read. He's just 10 steps behind everybody. He's got a heart of gold. He loves to run in and save the day. He's very self-sacrificing, but God bless him, he's stupid. He is so dumb if you're gonna let Peter Pettigrew escape. What else? What else? What else I got? Guys, I'm hot. I'm like really hot. My AC still doesn't work in my apartment, and I need a fan or something because, like, it's warm in here. Anyway, I think that's it. That's all that I wrote down for the third book. It's just so frustrating to me. So stay tuned. I just started reading Goblet of Fire now, so you're gonna have next week you're gonna have another rant on everything that's wrong with Goblet of Fire. And golly, that one's gonna be a long one. I'm gonna try to keep it short, but it's such a long book. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys are Harry Potter fans, I hope maybe you can relate to some of my pain. And make sure you subscribe to my channel and have a great day. Bye.